Alright guys, hello and welcome to my portion of the video that I really enjoy. Speed. You're a speeder. Speeder. There are different types of speeders, but we're going to get into the main portions of speed and dex, which is very, very important. Alright? So first portion is me. I'm a tank speeder. My HP is good. My defense, that's the purpose of being a speeder, depending on what kind of speed you are. Again, I'm a tank speeder, as I said, so I have defense, stamina, so I want a lot of HP. So yeah, that's what I locked defense, res. I'm a tank. I'm a very, very fast tank. Let me put it that way. That's basically it is. So there's a tank speeder, and now there's a speedy tank. Two differences: you're a tank and you became speedy, or you're a speeder and you became tanky. I'm that guy. I'm tanky. So yeah, so this is my nexus, how we have here. Again, I have some problems with strength and attack, like any other speeder would, because they don't do damage. They're mostly for draining people and taking their SP or mana, depending on what kind of person you are. So I threw a ferocity spirit into it, just so I could be able to get the extra damage boost that I need, okay? There's a lot of variables to it, mostly towards your server, how people play. So there's a lot of crit people in my server, so I have res. That's the only reason why I have res. Yeah, that's a lot towards speed. Like, if we're gonna get into detail about it, about like what kind of stats you need. Yeah, actually, you need hit, defense, and dex 100%. You need to play with stamina, which is your HP, and res, or whatever third stat you want. So there's people who do crit, there's people who do whatever, but if we're going to switch it up and go into another portion of speed, there's evasion as well. Like, it's not just speedy tank. There's also your speeder, your evasion, like just full-blown evasion. That's what it is. So what you want to do, instead of locking defense if you're a speedy tank, you want to go for evasion, sorry. So lock evasion. Here's my friend AHP here, showing me his, well, not showing me his stuff. I kind of took his account, but thank you, AHP. Whoa, you see that? Whoa, we just spun out of control there. Okay, but now that I'm joking and getting that out of my system, evasion is very, very important. You need to either switch it up and become an evader, like Darth Vader. It's Darth like Vader, evader. But yeah, that's something you want to look into. Like, here's his Rekachu that he let me have and show. Thank you. It's all full blown for evasion. That's what he is. That he's one of the best evaders that I know personally. There's others, yes. Lake, Gummy, but we're not gonna get into those guys. We don't have their accounts. So it all plays on like what you want to do. So you could be an evader as a speeder. You could be a tank as a speeder. You could be a crit hitter as a speeder. You could be a break hitter as a speeder. There's a hybrids. We will eventually get to those. But the main portion of this video is to define to you guys what is dex, what is the purpose of speed, like how does you play with speed. Well, we gotta take into account. So let's say Wanderer. Let's put Wanderer there. Wanderer, he is an 8 BVM for dex. So he hit every 8 dex he gets 1 speed and 1 evasion. That is perfect for an evader. For every, like, I think if his thing, if I remember correctly, is 11 for HP, or is that Susanoo? Whatever. So for every 11 he gets 1 stamina and 1 SP. That helps him out for his HP percentage for his tank. What we want to do as an evader is build that up. Or even a speeder, build it up. Build up your HP, build up your evasion. Go straight solely on your evasion if you're a evader. You focus solely on defense if you're a speedy tank. But that's the main portion of it. For every 8 decks, you get 1 speed and evasion. So there's a big difference. There's a speed chart here. Like, it shows the key, the stun locking portion to it, where you, every turn, you take control. Like, you get 2 turns in 1 turn. You're able to hit a person repeatedly, as long as you don't miss or they don't counter your hits. So what you want to do is get to that speed tier, which is 287. 287, guys. Please remember that number. That's very, very crucial. And from there on, every other speed tier past 187 makes you faster, which means you get, in a sense, an extra turn in the sense. But it doesn't matter if you're 287 and the next person's like 300 off of that, like level speed 300. They may break the next speed tier against you, but that does not mean you cannot stun lock them. You can definitely stun lock them. Definitely, 100%. They will go first, most likely, but that does not mean you cannot use moving illusion, cannot quake them, and take the turn away from them and make them skip their turn. That is the main portion of it. Tanks, you guys will reflect the crap out of them. Use moving illusion, use quake, do the same concept to them. That's what the whole entire speed portion is, which people seem not to get all the time. Speed tiers are very crucial. You have to play with them a lot, depending on, like, if you're a heavy hitter, you have speed tiers. Tanks, you have speed tiers. Speedy tanks, you have speed tiers. Everything is very, 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 very crucial to how you play with your speed tiers. Most speeders who have an 8 BVM get to the 715 marker of speed if you want to get to that point. People like Altira, they get to 667. That's one of the high points of every speed hitter. But most heavy hitters hit around the marker around 350 to 400. So that really varies between them. You want to make sure you get into that speed tier how you want to play. Most speed tanks hit around the 400 range, 350 range, so they'll be able to use needle and do a whole bunch of things. But that's getting classy and sassy. We're not getting into that. There's a lot to play with it, bro, guys. There's a lot of ways to play with it. Ask questions, guys. That's really a main thing. Like, I could go into so much depth into this thing, like how to play with each kind of player, but that's up to you. Actually, it's a lot of work, but we damn straight will do it. I don't know. Leave a comment below. Let me know. If you need any questions, like how to do anything, just let us know. We're here for you guys, alright? I guess I will see you in the next one.